Hello, welcome to more Friendly Faces Gardening. It's the second week of June and we've got quite a lot of stuff to do, so we'll crack on with the video. So in the greenhouse we've got some plants that are ready to go out and be potted and grown on. These are some cucumbers, and we've also got some tomatoes, and at the back there we've got some runner beans that are going to go up to the allotment. So we're going to need some large pots for the cucumbers. These are what are used in nurseries for growing trees and shrubs. They've got large drainage holes, as the plant's going to be in there for a while. You need to put in some manure, some decent compost, and also we're going to need a range of canes, wooden stakes. The pots have been transferred to the polytunnel and the compost and manure has been mixed. The stakes have been put in, and there's been some crocks put in the bottom of the pot for drainage. Then a framework with string and the bamboo is made so that the cucumbers can grow up it. And then finally the cucumbers are planted and watered in. Now you might not be lucky enough to have a polytunnel, but you can still grow a cucumber. Here one's planted in the garden border, and a shop bought trellis has been placed up against the shed for it to grow up. But this way can be expensive. So this year I'm going to be growing tomatoes in grow bags like I usually do, but I'm going to try something different this year. Grow bags don't contain a lot of compost really, so this means that not such a good root system might develop. But these green thing here, this is what's called a tomato growing ring. Fill the centre with the compost and plant the plant in there. So this gives the plant more compost to grow in. And you turn it over and these spikes are watering holes that puncture the grow bag and let the water go into the grow bag. So what you do, you set the rings out and then you've got to cut the plastic away. Easiest way I found to do this is to put the ring in, make lots of little holes and then cut it out with scissors. Then once you've got the 3 holes cut out, put the grow rings over them, and then what you have to do is push them down so the spikes puncture the grow bag. It's a bit tricky. Once you've got the compost in and they're watered, they will settle down nicely. Then once that's done, fill the inner ring with compost, put the cane in, and then start watering. Water the inner ring first and then the outer ring. So the pots in front of the tomatoes are filled with what's called companion plants, so they're supposed to confuse pests that are going for the tomatoes. So the tomatoes in the greenhouse are still going to be looking after, and the arrows are pointing to what's called the side shoots. Now these side shoots grow in between the main stem and one of the main sort of branches, and the reason to pick them off is because if you don't, the energy the plant puts into growing them will seriously reduce your yield of tomatoes. So you don't need to use secateurs, just use your finger and thumb. And some of these side shoots, if you've missed them the first time when you're picking over, can be quite large, like this one. Okay, so this time of year, a lot of flowers are really starting to put on a display. But some have finished their displays. Here, some red hot poker plants are being deadheaded and cut down. Apart from tidying the plant up, hopefully it might give a second flush of flowers later in the season. Deadheading also gives a chance to inspect the plants. Here, this rose has got what's called a bud balling. The bud hasn't opened properly. 2 things have caused this. There's fungus disease called botrytis. This will leave a grey mould on the leaves and stems and flowers, but there's no evidence of that. So probably what's happened is there's been a downpour, the buds got wet, then the sun's come out and dried it really quick, and the bud leaves have fused together and it hasn't opened properly. If you watched some of the earlier videos, you'll have seen I sowed some peas in different types of containers for just for cutting the leaves, not for the pods or the peas. These you just cut the leaves and you put them in a salad, and then make the salad taste like you've got peas in. So this plant's a shrub called lemon verbena. It comes from Chile and Peru. What you can do, you can use it for making a herbal tea, and it's good for the immune system and digestive system. So the tea can be made using fresh or dried leaves. What I'm going to do is use the fresh leaves because it helps preserve the oils, and I think it gives a better taste. So what you do, you get your plant and get your secateurs, and you just snip off quite a few shoots and then put them in a bowl. Then take them into the kitchen, put them in a teapot and boil on boiling water, and then leave it for a while and let it steep like you would with a normal cup of tea, and it's ready for drinking.
Well, I hope that was informative and you learnt something, and if you remember, if you've got any questions, put them in the comments below or send them to Leslie, and see you again next week, and thanks for watching. Cheers, bye.